UCR, what's your favorite scary movie?
Was the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring. Not even a mouse, because we fucking murdered it. Hi, everybody, and welcome to a very special little get-together we're having for Uncensored Horror that we're calling Uncensored Horror Happy Horror Days. Because it's December, which can only mean one thing. Christmas is coming.
Which is scarier than anything else I know.
Right. Walla.
It's my Christmas walla.
Christmas walla.
Get out, cunt.
Wow. Nice and early in the show.
We'll get this one cancelled real quick.
So we thought we would give to you a gift of Christmas viewing because we thought, just because it's goodness and kindness and all that kind of stuff to all men doesn't mean that you can't, disembowel them or stab them with an icicle or, string their innards up on a Christmas tree, gorgeous stuff. So today we're just going to give you like a little sneak peek at some of the movies and stuff that we've watched that are holiday themed, and we're going to come up with a whole bunch that you can watch. And a couple of discussion points as well. So, my lovely little elves of murder and mayhem, who would like to go first with what they've chosen?
Oh my gosh. I think Katie McCarthy should.
Oh, Katie McCarthy. She has been bugged in.
McCarthy.
So, all right, well, Luke spoke first. So, Katie McCarthy, tell us what you have picked for the viewing public to have a little look-see Lulu.
Well,
you
all know that terrible horror movies are my forte. As an honorable mention, I will quickly bring up Thanksgiving. Now, we didn't get to do this, but it is about a killer turkey.
Been 2 years though, Katie. You've really been pushing for it. We'll do it eventually.
I know. I gotta let you guys know that I fight for this hard every year. And it never really happens, but it is about a killer turkey who goes after some students who are home on Thanksgiving break. I must mention that it is so low, like it's low funded. Let's put it that way. I'm just pushing my kid out of the frame. Go. Sorry, guys. So it is a turkey puppet that is chasing these kids around, and it's great. There's some really fantastic one-liners. There's gratuitous nudity and violence, and it did so well that it was crowdfunded for a second. So check that out. And now the main course is Santa's sleigh. Now, when you hear Santa's sleigh, you think of the jolly fat man in his sleigh with toys. This is not the case with this movie. It is fantastic. And fun fact, most of the cast is actually Jewish. So
I was going to say, wait, can we look at that cast real quick? Who is Bill Goldberg?
He's a wrestler.
That's Goldberg.
This is Goldberg, the wrestler.
Goldberg. Oh, okay.
Yep.
And in a spectacular opening with a crowd of Jewish people, including Fran Drescher, by the way.
I just saw her going to the White House before to light something for the Hanukkah. She was real excited.
Well, he lit her up. Let's just talk about that.
Oh, Franny, fine.
I have a deep affection for Fran Drescher. Okay, people think she's annoying, but I think she's quirky, and I think she's lovable, and
she's cute.
She's the best. So after lighting up Fran's family, he goes on a rampage, and they later explain that Santa is actually a descendant of Satan. So Santa was the result of a virgin birth from Satan. So that basically makes him the Antichrist, which is just completely the opposite of the Santa we know, right? So Christmas was actually known as the day of slaying until I think it was like 1005 when an angel defeated him and sentenced him to start delivering toys to kids. So the punishment was only for 1,000 years, and that meant when this movie came out in 2005, which is when it was taking place, that he was free. He was free to go killing again. So he chases after these teenagers, Nicholas, who lives with his crazy grandfather, who has a bunker, of course, because, you know, all crazy grandpas got to do it that way. And his girlfriend, what was her name? Mary. And just, I don't want to give too much away because the kills are the best part, you know?
It's all right. You just got to just give us a general overview. It doesn't have to be like a...
So basically, Mary and Nick
spoil a bit. Come on.
I am not spoiling any of it. So basically, Mary and Nick have to save the day and go after the Antichrist and save Christmas because Santa's taking it back and making it all about him again. I think you should watch. I think you should watch this film because of the camp factor, of course. Hell deer instead of reindeer. I mean, come on. Why not?
Very good. Very, very nice. So Santa's Sleigh, what kind of rating are we giving Santa's Sleigh?
Oh yeah, we got to do like a Jeff
out of
rating
5.
too.
Out of 5 Santa
I'm,
hats.
Oh, I'm gonna give it
point. You can give like 0.75s.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. It's on my nice list.
Very good. Very good. So there you go, kids. First entry, Santa's Sleigh if you haven't seen it. So I haven't seen it. I know of it.
This up for her, but it just didn't.
You absolutely need to watch this. It's just, I mean, for the opening scene alone, it's worth it.
It's got like Rebecca Gayheart, Chris Kattan, Fran Fine. It's like there's some good stuff. I love that we all call her Fran Fine when it's Fran Drescher.
No, she's Fran Fine. She's Fran
She
Fine.
will forever be.
And don't worry, you know, some of the cast is Jewish, and they do include some Hanukkah-related kills. So it is an inclusive horror movie.
Very good. Very good.
You know how I love inclusivity, right?
We love inclusivity.
Well, it turns out that people don't, because remember Halloween got accused of being homophobic because they dared to have a gay couple in the movie, and Michael dared to kill them. Bad writing.
Michael, don't discriminate. He kills everyone.
Bad writing. So, I have a question.
Yes.
I have an age-old question for the panel that has, you know, haunted us from time immemorial. Is Gremlins a Christmas movie?
Absolutely.
I think it is.
Absolutely.
Let's break it down.
Oh.
Gizmo's a Christmas present, right?
Oh, he's so cute.
He is so cute. Gizmo's a Christmas present. We get literal caroling gremlins.
How is this? Well, here's the argument I'm about to make. How is this not a Christmas movie?
Well, everyone likes to argue about Die Hard. The Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie.
I'm not even going to hear that. Die Hard is.
We had this conversation on the live show, and then of course, probably one of the most iconic moments in cinema history. And that's why we don't celebrate Christmas.
What is it with Kate's stories though?
Baby
like,
Kate.
One in Gremlins too. I was like,
I love that they cut her off.
It's just like even the second movie was like, where the fuck is she going? Like this is.
I just love that, but I love that just
stuff.
random out of nowhere, complete darkness. It comes out and you're like, oh shit!
I'm so bummed out she didn't do more movies.
A lot.
I know. I feel like if there is ever a Gremlins 3, and there has to be, come on, they need both of them back, and we need to find out what happened in President's Day and like Arbor
They
Day.
need both of them, and they need no CGI or very minimal.
We need real Gremlins, but I've got Gremlins. Hello.
Yeah.
Gremlins gets a regular play at least every Christmas in my house, just because I think it sets the scene, especially because it's not sickly sweet either. It's a Christmas movie that, you know, just happens to have Christmas in it, but also just happens to have horrendous little creatures trying to eat you and getting exploded in a microwave. So that's always a good time.
Always.
Okay, so let's move on to our next Christmas victim. Who should it be?
Luke.
I nominate Luke.
There you go. I was going to say, since Katie got nominated, she gets to nominate. It's like Big Brother, but, not.
Red
That was
Rover, I call Luke to come over.
Okay. Okay. Luke, what have you got for us?
Well, I
Wow.
decided on a little obscure one as well, because I think that's where
Not
we're
that
going.
obscure.
Well,
Not
it's
that
not that
obscure.
obscure, but it's probably something that this generation won't be familiar with. So it is a Tales from the Crypt episode, and it just so happens to be my favorite Tales from the Crypt episode, and it is entitled "And All Through the House," and
Now,
it is about.
Before you get
yes.
too excited, have you seen both versions of it?
No, I've only seen the one.
So you've only seen the 1990,
Yeah, the one that I saw on
season
TV One
episode.
on Foxtel.
Yes, but
Yes.
it was also part of the 1972 movie.
No, I didn't see that version.
I haven't seen
What's
that
it-
one
what-
either.
So, of course, you could give us just a quick rundown of the plot.
Okay,
etc.
so I'll run down this plot, and look, I'm happy to do spoilers because this is old as shit.
No, I don't think you should.
No
Don't spoil it.
spoilers.
Well, I guess the premise is it's an
You have to
unhappy
spoil it a little
couple.
bit.
A little
Okay,
bit, I
great.
got to. It's an unhappy couple, where are they unhappy or was she just setting this all up? Pretty
That's
much,
part of the
she's
joy of the mystery.
yeah. Well, it turns out that the wife, who's quite glamorous in her little Santy red robe, is going to knock off her new husband for some money, and from there we get a serial killer Santa that just so happens to also be in the neighborhood, so all hell breaks loose, and it's one of my favorite things.
He
So
is
it's just it's
scary.
well, I know, like I had a photo of him, like I don't even know if here he is. He's gorge.
Oh, he's terrifying.
Yeah, he's lovely.
Terrifying.
So yeah, look, that's the premise. She also has a young daughter, and that's where the actual tension actually comes into it, because you're not really that concerned about her. She's not the
It's a
most.
sting in the tail. It's a stalkery kind of thing. Now,
Yeah.
the Santa from 1989 was pretty creepy, but check out this guy.
Oh,
Did he come up?
fuck that.
Oh.
No, thank you.
This is from 1972.
Who is that?
Ugh.
He looks familiar.
Now we're gonna play
Because
Who
he
Is
sees
That
you when
now?
you're sleeping.
Who's
Katie.
this?
Joan.
Joan Collins is in the
Oh.
original And All Through the House.
That's amazing. Now, who's
The
Santa?
Santa I know is a
why-
very
oh my
familiar
god!
face
I
as
remember
well.
an American Horror Story they were talking about.
That's why
this.
she made the joke in American Horror Story.
Didn't get it at the time. But
Yeah,
now I
so
do.
her in is it what is it? Is it Armageddon? No, what's it called? That last one.
Yeah, it was Armageddon with Joan Collins, where she
Armageddon?
was.
So
yeah.
she plays. I think she plays the character, like a character of herself, but she's making the sequel to And All Through the House, like
Yes.
40 years later. So she's doing a Jamie Lee Curtis. It's really it's a very Ryan
Very
Murphy
meta.
did well for once in his little life.
I really want to see that version now. It looks pretty amazing.
Well, it
I
doesn't
wonder,
end well for Joan. Let's just
Is it the
be
same
honest.
kind of the twist, or
she getting a little bit strangled
Oh, how does she look amazing when she's being strangled?
because she's
I
Joan.
don't know? Maybe Santa looks real fucked up though. That's why.
Yeah.
Okay, are we gonna answer me who that Santa is? Because I need to
I
know.
don't know. If you want to, you
I
want
say,
to get
may
on
I?
that,
May
Penny,
I?
you go.
Yes, I'm all over it.
You
All
tell
right,
Uncle
and in the
Gadget who it
meantime,
is.
I'm going to give my review. I'm going to give
Wait a
All Through the
second.
House.
Wait a second,
I wanna
because
do
you
this
forgot about the best line in the whole thing.
I let him in. I should have got
Mama,
my daughter to
Santa's
do it.
here, and I let him in.
My kid would totally do that. She'd be like, she didn't even know he's gonna kill me. She'd be like, see you, bitch.
Dad, you didn't do things for
I'm
me.
like-
But
My
it's good. I actually remember seeing that episode of Tales from the Crypt on Foxtel here in Australia.
That's what I watched on TV1, Bubs.
On TV1 on late at night. I think it was the graveyard shift. It was on TV1.
Oh, we were watching together in spirit.
Yeah, actually, no, it was on. It was probably on after the graveyard shift because the graveyard shift started, and then TV1 had the creepy stuff later on at night. On Friday nights. Yeah, and it's very cat and mouse. Who is it, Katie?
Oliver McGreevy, but I don't know why I know him.
He's got a very familiar looking face. He must have been in
does.
something, or he just looks like someone else.
I'm looking up his filmography.
Where's that IMDb?
I'm all over it. No, I don't know why.
He
I
must
know
have played
him.
old generic old man in something.
He died in 1981.
Oh, wow,
Okay,
not long
so we
after
wouldn't
that.
really know him unless we've seen something.
He kind of, I don't know who I thought he was, but
He looks a little bit Ed Asner-ish around here.
you know what my
So-
first thought was, and maybe
maybe-
it's just because I'm still on, Santa's Sleigh. You look like James Caan to me a little bit. Maybe just
Who
because I'm still
knows?
stuck on that.
But Luke,
Well-
you'll have to definitely check out the 1972 version. It's part of the
Absolutely.
movie.
No, I'm very intrigued now that little Jones running that ship. I think it will be a good time. But I will give this later version 4 little Santies out of 5.
Oh, 4 little Santies.
4 out of 5 because it was a good ride. It's short. It's very intense ride from start to finish. The main protagonist, I guess, is not that sympathetic, so you don't really give a shit what happens to her. It's the other layers. It's very cool. So
But
check
it's
it
that
out.
kind of Schadenfreude thing, anyway, where you want to see bad things happen to bad people.
Oh, love when that
Yeah,
happens.
and then you're
right?
like, oh, but she's the only one that's going to stop these other bad things from happening. So then it's just too much. So
It's
4 out of 4.
kind of that whole thing where she's trying to protect her child and be the mother, even though she's an evil woman.
Do
But
we
then
ever
the
believe she
kid-
was like a good
the-
mother from the
The
jump?
kid
though?
lets the hand her in anyway. It's like
setting her up for a future.
it's like this is what kids
Yeah.
will do to you people.
If I was good with
time.
the fire poker, might do it too, but I'm not going to put that out there. Edit that now.
All right, guys. I have a question. There's obviously one or two major Christmas-based horror movies, and I want to have a quick, little chat about one in particular, Black Christmas, which has seen a lot of life. A lot of life.
That
a lot
is
of life.
putting it nicely.
So let's talk about Black Christmas. Who has seen the original Black Christmas
Not in
with
very,
Olivia
very long.
Hussey?
Not in a very, very long time, but I have seen it.
I've
seen the
watched it
original.
once as well, but I don't recall a lot of it. I remember more the version with the girl from
We'll talk about
Michelle
it, but-
Trachtenberg.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
We'll get
remember
there.
that version more.
So the
but-
original is very of its time. It's very Halloween almost. It feels 70s. You can like the cast are ultra 70s. It's really cool. It is a little bit creepy. Margot Kidder is in it. Is she in this? Or is that what? Wait, am I getting my movies mixed up? Is that Silent Night, Deadly Night?
I was like, guys, I've never
No,
seen
no,
this.
she-
So
No,
please
she
don't
does because
hate
she gets
me.
killed with the unicorn statue.
Oh God, that sounds awesome.
Yeah,
I need.
I
To
mean,
see
because
this
the unicorn statue shows up in the 2006 remake.
I gotta give Black Christmas, all the Black Christmases, honestly, some credit. They had
As-
some of the coolest kills.
A sexy Christmas remake with some very it names back then. Of course, Michelle Trachtenberg from Buffy, Mary Elizabeth Winstead is in it. Lacey Chabert is in it.
Oh, not late.
Can she wear hoop earrings in this one?
She's amazing. And yet my favorite part of it is that Andrea Martin returns from the original. So she was one of the college students in the original movie, and then she's the house mother in the 2006
She
remake,
looks old in both photos.
which I
Oh,
love. It
damn,
was the
that's-
70s. Everyone looked old in the 70s.
You know,
But if you don't,
the 2019 one was did not feature any of the original cast.
we're going to talk about 2019 because it didn't even really feature the story.
It was.
a
I heard
completely
that. I haven't
different
even
story.
watched this version at all.
uh,
Like, I was
how do I put this nicely? Here's
Don't go.
bullshit. It was
Yeah,
bullshit.
you don't have to be nice.
I say it was bullshit, and I'm gonna spoil it because I don't think you should watch it. The whole plot of this one, it was super, like, they made it supernatural. The frat boys are brainwashed by Carrie. I can't pronounce his last name. Eulis? Is that how you pronounce his last name?
Yules.
Eulis? Okay.
Don't be like my ex-boyfriend who goes, "Oh look, Carrie Elwes."
No, I said Eulis, so I'm a little better. Sorry, Eulis. Okay, so they're brainwashed by Carrie
You won't be
Eulis,
watching it, okay.
and they're doing his bidding. Oh, fuck you, ex-boyfriend. You look what you gave up, dumbass.
Everyone else did.
Oh,
Merry
damn.
Christmas.
Anyways, so they made it all supernatural, like, and I thought that was a really shitty plot point. Like, why would you do that? Like, this was a solid slasher in the 70s and in the 2006 version. So why would you go completely the other way? And
I think it's just a very weird flex, and I think they used the name
to
get a movie that wasn't that movie made. It's like a spec script for something else that they.
And y'all know me, I love to be, PC and whatever, but this was even too woke for me.
Yeah, it was like females against the patriarchy. The movie is what it should be called.
And I love that.
It was Sandy, the movie.
Yeah,
and I love Sandy.
Sandy's Christmas dream.
And I love Sandy, and I love fighting the patriarchy. But this was just such like it wasn't even like subtle, like
the best part of Black Christmas is Billy Lenz. So the idea of Black Christmas is that there is a killer, Billy Lenz, who is, depending on what version you watch, was an abused child and ended up slaying his family on Christmas Eve, and returns to the home that he grew up in that just now happens to be a sorority house. Filled with willing victims, or not so willing victims. There are some great kills in the first one. Olivia Hussey is giving her best. Olivia Hussey, if you don't know who Olivia Hussey is, she's in a very classic production of Romeo and Juliet that I think every American high schooler has seen. And then she played what's his name's wife in It. She was Audra in the TV version of It.
What's his name?
John Boy Walton.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about though.
Billy. She was Billy's wife in it. And yeah, so she does her very best British Jamie Lee Curtis, which is a bit of a cute moment. But in the 2006 remake, he's bright yellow, which is amazing.
Yeah, it's like he had a serious case of jaundice or something.
And then he makes Christmas cookies out of the skin of his victims.
I must say, though,
which is awesome.
Black Christmas has one of my favorite kills ever, just being strangled with Christmas lights. Because you had to, like, plug in those Christmas lights. Like, you had to, like, commit to this. Like, okay, I'm going to kill her this way. Plug. Great.
It's a good time.
Yeah, but who, when you've been untangling Christmas lights, hasn't just want to like kill someone?
Strangle yourself.
Oh, absolutely.
Definitely.
I don't blame them.
Definitely. There's one thing about Christmas lights that make me, I was like, oh, okay.
Yep.
But yeah, if you want a bit of holiday fun and you're not scared of old movies, because a lot of people are, let's be honest, a lot of people, if it's not made before the early 2000s these days, like, oh, I'm watching some old person movie. Do yourself a favor, watch the original and then watch 2006, because I think they complement each other quite well.
And I love Imogen Poots, but she kind of blew it.
Poots.
That movie was just kind of, I mean, go for it if you got some time and you don't have to pay for it. But don't be afraid. Don't sleep on 70s horror. Okay, that's some of the best out there.
And especially don't sleep when you need to poots, because you can end up in a bad way.
Oh,
I hate it when you sleep in poots at the same time. All right, who's going next, Luke?
Oh, look, I'm going to nominate. I think we should go girl, boy, girl, boy. So, Brookie, it's you, Bubs.
Brookie.
Hi, Brookie.
Get it, Brookie.
Whoop, whoop.
So I watched Krampus and it was great. I went down a very, very, very deep rabbit hole on the whole theory and legend that is Krampus, not just about the movie. And the whole story is a without spoiling too much, obviously, a young boy loses his Christmas spirit, and that unleashes Krampus, who literally wreaks havoc on his town.
Look, I think deservingly so loses his Christmas spirit because
his
the
family
people
is
in
so
this movie.
dysfunctional.
Can we discuss Adam Scott? Because
can we discuss Adam Scott and Toni Collette? Two great actors to cast in this movie.
Amazing. But their families, Toni is so neurotically has to be perfect. And then the dad is such a grade A pussy in the beginning that this kid is got problems, and their dysfunctional family shows up with the alcoholic aunt and the jealous sister that has girls who want to be boys, or the dad wants them to be boys. Not judgy, but it's just one of those things. Wish I had more sons. And I don't know, it was just so dysfunctional that this kid is like, I want it to be like it was, years ago. Completely loses his Christmas spirit,
which I think is what everyone wants, right? We all miss Christmas. We always miss Christmas.
Young.
The idea of it anyway. Like, do not forget the badass grandma.
I was about to say, so the one redeeming person in everyone in the family is Omi, and Omi is just beautiful.
Can we talk about this sequence though? Because when I remember trying to find this movie when it came out, it was impossible to find here in Australia. It wasn't released on its release.
There was a lot of bad reviews on it.
It was great. I watched that every year when I wrapped presents.
But the thing that really blew my mind was this animation sequence.
I
thought it was beautiful, but I thought it was scary. I thought it was great.
Atmosphere in this movie is chef's kiss, especially when it's like dark outside during the storm. Perfect.
Go, Brooke.
Sorry, Brooke.
No, it's okay. When Omi introduces that whole narrative of Krampus, it is one of my favorite moments in the movie, because it's so almost Tim Burton-esque, and it just brings this whole new level to the movie and to the meaning of it. And the way that she's turned it into a personal tale.
Yeah, and what's the big reveal? You can tell the big reveal.
Well, at the very end
of the relationship there. The
story
is not just a story, is it?
Omi's
I've never watched this film still.
Oh, haven't you? Okay, so
we're not going to spoil it, but the story is not just a story. Let's just put it that way.
It's the twist at the end of it is what makes it, but I can't destroy it for people.
No.
You really have to watch this movie. My son, who is not a horror fan at all, he's actually a bit of a sook, has watched this movie 3 times. He's 12 and he thinks it's just the best thing because he's like, it shows you what Christmas is meant to mean, Mum. He's like, sure, people die, but this is what Christmas should be. Yeah.
Let's be honest. Even though it's a horror movie, it's one of those horror movies that has some great comedic moments in it. Let's be honest.
I love that bit. The gingerbread men make it for me. I love those little things.
Krampus
so
is
good.
Once Krampus arrives, he gets a little army of helpers that happen to be in the house at the time. So they
were delivered.
This is not true. Yeah.
They were
delivered to the house.
Yeah.
This is not something your 5-year-old should watch, Luke.
Oh no. My favorite. I love the snowman collection mounting in the front yard as well. So Max, who I'm going to call our final girl, Max does start picking up on things a lot quicker than everyone else. So I appreciate young Max. He did a great job.
You do. He was a great, someone for a kid that age to pretty much carry the emotional brunt of that movie, because the way that the adult characters are written, you don't really care what happens to them.
You're
This
almost.
Arnie sounds like she's interesting though. Is she cool? Or
Oh,
no?
great Arnie. The drunk great Arnie is hilarious, but she's like one of those people that you want to just high five to the face with a chair. I mean, you know, she's got a big mouth and too many opinions. She's like me, but older.
This movie
Older and drunker.
This movie is very classically Michael Dougherty. I mean, you get the beautiful atmosphere and you get the comedic timing and relief, and it just kind of all blends so nicely together for such a nice, just enjoyable.
It feels to me like this is what happens like 2 streets over from the Griswolds.
That is,
like, you know
that is
I mean?
one way to look at it, right?
Like if the Griswolds are having a shit Christmas, these people are having a shitter Christmas. Like
they're shitters full too.
One of the things that I did really, really appreciate about the movie is the fact that they did try to stay very true. Excuse me, sorry guys, losing my voice. Did try to stay very true to the legend of Krampus, right down to the whole dragging kids into hell type thing. You know, so I'm not going to give too much of that away.
Whoa.
But they stayed very, very true to a lot of parts of the legend that is Krampus, which is something I genuinely appreciated.
Yeah, Brooke.
So what's the rating, Brooke?
Yeah. Well, I was going to go there.
I definitely give it a 4 out of 5 because I thought it was amazing. So yeah, I would watch it again and again and again and again and again.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of the ones that gets rotation at my house as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Gremlins,
Love that
Black
movie.
Christmas 2006, and this movie are regulars at my place on Christmas.
It's Krampus, Die Hard, and I keep it light a little bit with Charlie Brown.
We'll go through our
Brown's an asshole.
He's an asshole. We've learned anything. All right, so I'm going to throw some titles at you guys because there are a lot of Christmas horror movies. I want you to say yes or no whether you've seen them.
Okay.
The Dorm That Dripped Blood, 1983.
No. I need a list. I need this list when we're done, by the way.
It'll be up. We'll do a list. What about Jack Frost from 1997?
Yes. Shannon Elizabeth died a very epic death in this movie.
I have seen it, but I don't recall it because I may have just not been right.
It was fantastic.
What about ATM from 2012?
Yes, that is a sleeper hit. So freaking good.
I'm not gonna, go into too much. What about While She Was Out?
No.
Nope.
P2?
No.
P2.
I know what it's about,
garage,
but I never saw it.
I was like, P2, lost your car.
It's not a sequel. What about Wind Chill?
No.
See, I'm giving you a list.
You're getting some good ones.
There's some random ones. Red Christmas, which has Dee Wallace in it, so it can't be that bad.
No.
Oh, Chris actually downloaded that for me when he was like getting me Krampus and that. Oh,
this one I want to see because of the title, and it has Shelley Winters in it. Who Slew Auntie Roo? From 1972.
No, I haven't seen that, but I love the title.
Who Slew Auntie Roo?
I kind of feel like I may have seen Who Slew Auntie Roo.
That's a fantastic title.
Ginger Dead Man? Anyone? Yes. Ginger Dread Man, sorry.
Of course I have.
No.
Come on.
You would have seen it. It's shit. It looks like utter shit. Considering it's a Christmas movie, which I guess it kind of is. The Lodge from 2019.
What?
Oh my God. Yes.
If you haven't seen The Lodge, you need to see The Lodge. But if only for Alicia Silverstone's amazing performance.
You guys are giving me more homework?
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to watch it.
They're giving us a curriculum.
However, I do want to put a little input in here. One, I want to do a trigger warning because there's a very gruesome death, and it deals with a lot of emotional abuse in this and psychological abuse. And also,
it's not a light movie, that one. Let's just put it that way.
It's not light at all, and it's a slow burn, but it is.
Yeah, it's worth it at the end. It's worth it. If you like psychological horror, watch that.
Right.
We've got Anna and the Apocalypse from 2017.
Yes.
Yeah.
Love me a musical.
And then, of course, there's an 80s entrance called Christmas Evil, which I haven't seen.
I have not either.
I haven't seen any really of these, only a handful, like two
I'm
or
And
not
of
three.
course,
Hey,
I'm not
me
gonna
too.
leave out Silent Night, Deadly Night. There are about six, I think, Silent Night, Deadly Nights.
Probably seen a
If
few
you're
of
into,
Oh, well,
if you're
you've
into
already
more
upset
Santa
me that
evil.
there's a Joan Collins version of All Through the House. So.
There's nothing to be upset about with Joan. She's amazing. All right, well, I guess it's my turn then, right? To
Yeah.
round
It
it
is.
out. Now, I went with something different, and I went with something new. So people may not have seen this movie yet because it only dropped in November in the States. It should be available everywhere now. We are talking about, because it has a nice, happy place in my heart, Black Friday.
I didn't watch this yet. Don't spoil it too much.
Starring Devon Sawa and Bruce Campbell.
Say don't spoil it too much.
I'm not going to spoil anything.
Oh,
That
Devon.
much. So obviously, it's without spoiling too much, it is obviously the eve of Thanksgiving, Thanksgiving Eve, and the employees of We Love Toys are setting up ready for the dreaded day that is Black Friday because they are opening the stroke of midnight to get right on that Black Friday sale. There also just happens to be a meteor shower happening at the same time. And those meteors deliver alien blobs.
As they do.
That are seeking to impregnate via the mouth, as aliens do, and assimilate humans into a zombie state, which then they assimilate into a giant hive mind ready to take over the world. And this all just happens to take place in a kid's toy store. There is the characters, the ensemble cast is amazing. There is like so many laughs. If you've worked in retail during Christmas and Black Friday, you will feel this movie. It is the feeling of this movie is very much like Grady Hendrix's book, Horror Store, but set at, if you have read Grady's book or if you've watched our interview with Grady, it captures that retail environment so well, about what it is to work in there, about the type of people that work in retail and how they exist. But I'm not going to bury the lead, y'all, because there is one reason to watch this movie.
Bruce Campbell, obviously.
Is no, baby. It is the DILF that Devon Sawa has turned into.
Oh, no.
Do we love?
I was just looking at his eyes.
We love his resurgence, right? We love this.
Devon Sawa.
Yes. Welcome back, Devon.
Welcome back. Now, Devon's currently smashing it because he's starring in Chucky, the series, as well. He actually played dual roles in Chucky. He played himself, his character, and his twin brother. Devon has definitely aged, but he has aged well.
Beautifully.
He's dilfy. And for Christmas, I would let him strangle me with tinsel, fuck my corpse, and hide me.
All I want for Christmas is a remake of Idle Hands.
So if you like a black comedy that is, Christmas adjacent, that really kind of sucks you into that pre-Christmas tension, I can recommend Black Christmas. It lost me not Black Christmas, Black Friday. It lost me a little bit towards the end. It's not a long movie.
Did they have Mariah Carey on the soundtrack?
No, they can't afford Mariah Carey. I think this was it's independent, but there is a Chucky cameo. It's cute. It's a cute
I was
moment.
going to say retail horror usually.
They were
Mariah
watching. They're watching. I think
Too much.
Curse of Chucky in the break room. It was on TV. But it quickly gets turned over. So Devon gets Devon gets his day job in there as well. A little nod. I give this one a good 3. I think it's good, mindless fun to watch in the background and go.
A 3, or would you give it a little bit extra, or just 3?
Maybe 3.5. I'll be generous.
Okay, I'll put a little point.
3.5.
And I just want to put this out there: if you go into a Bruce Campbell movie expecting like I mean, you should expect quality because Bruce Campbell delivers quality. But
Bruce is great.
But
Bruce is very different in this movie. He is the store manager, so hierarchical structure. He is there. It's not the typical wisecracking like haha Bruce Campbell. He's very
I love
straight
Bruce
down
Campbell.
the line. But
I
yeah,
love him so much.
If you're going shopping or if you've been shopping, watch this movie. It might give you a little bit of breathe outs and going, oh my god. So guys, Christmas is coming.
Yes.
Is there a special gift coming for you in the new year that you are looking forward to horror wise? I know for sure that after yesterday, this is obviously a pre-record, people. They released the promo images for Scream.
I'm so excited.
I am looking forward to Scream, of course, but I'm also looking forward to our friend Grady Hendrix and my best friend's exorcism coming out. It's going to be a big, hopefully a big year of Grady. My best friend's exorcism. Actually, I think everything is due out this year. So all of his books will be some kind of media, which is amazing. I'm so excited for my best friend's
Are they doing
exorcism.
Are they doing the Final Girls support group?
Yeah, Final Girls support group's going to be a TV series.
Oh, well, we'll just Grady got to come back and talk about this stuff again.
So it's the Southern. I always get this wrong.
Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires.
I get it right. Yeah, that's going to be a TV series as well.
Big year for Grady. I'm excited.
Horror Store is going to be a movie now. So it was originally going to be a TV series, but Grady did mention that it's seeing a different life now, which I would understand it more as as a movie. But lots of Grady Hendrix. Scream, I think, is going to be the Scream and Halloween Ends. I think are the two at the moment tent poles.
Did we
see the teaser trailer? The teaser trailer for Jeepers Creepers Reborn.
You guys know how I feel about Jeepers Creepers.
Yes, but it's Katie. It no longer has anything to do with Victor Salva.
I know it doesn't, but it just still leaves such a bad taste in my mouth.
I am ready for Jeepers Creepers Reborn.
Now, are we getting the new Evil Dead in 2022?
I don't know.
Or
He's
is
been
that
talking. He's been talking a lot about how he's not playing Ash anymore and he can't play Ash anymore.
Right, but they're still doing a new one. He's just not part of it.
I feel like that could be a crock of shit too. You know what I mean?
He'll do
a cameo, pop up in the final reel.
Him back in July, I think it was. He showed the Evil Dead at the drive-in. It was fantastic. He was talking about how the new film is it's nothing like the original, which is a campy classic. This one is dark and it's scary, and I am here for it because 2013. Here we go, controversy, trash.
Oh, except for that licking the kind of thing. That was too much.
Trash. It's trash. Come for me. I'm ready for you.
Too much.
Trash.
But look, I think there's a lot more gifts that are going to be revealed. I'm sure, a lot in development that we don't know about yet.
Mm-hmm.
It seems that Chucky's getting a second season, so there's still life in horror and TV. Chucky seems to have really captured people's imaginations, which is great.
Well, Chucky was done very well because it was able to sort of really replicate the vibe of the films and sort of be able to mesh that whole, because every film's where it was like kind of like Friday the 13th, like all different shit. They kind of were able to bring it all together in a nice little tidy package. Really utilized Jennifer Tilly well.
And Chucky's an ally now.
Well, Jennifer.
Yeah, I've got a transgender kid. It's like
Chucky has always been part of the
Chucky's
team.
An ally.
Chucky will kill you no matter what. He's just like Michael Myers.
If I got a Chucky and the Babadook, that's my dream queer couple right there.
Babashook. So, guys, we will whack up the list of movies that we've talked about today, and as well the ones that I've mentioned. And if you have your favorite go-to Christmas/holiday horror, please post it and let us know, because we always look for something to watch.
We want to hear from you
always on
guys.
the
What do you guys
lookout.
want us to talk about? And what is coming up in the new year that we don't know about that you need to tell us about?
Well,
Because
I'm making a
I need a list.
commitment right now that on the lead up to Scream, we are going to be releasing a review a week.
Yes.
So you guys
Yeah.
had better get ready to go back to Woodsboro.
Yes.
because
Will we
are
finally get
diving
Vera
in.
to watch the movie? You'll find out.
Probably not.
And look, you know what? For Scream 2, I'm going to do my best CC Cooper. Look, it's happening.
You better brush that wig.
I'll be brushing that.
Am I going to get some bangs? Am I going to get some Sydney bangs? Should I do it?
No, you need the Gail Weathers bangs from part 3.
No. You can't
No
take
one
that
ever
back.
needs-
That's a big commitment.
No one ever needs those bangs.
I was going to say, because that kind of looked like she just burned her fringe off with a flat iron.
I love it when someone first posted that years ago. They were like, if you think you're having a bad time, just remember Courtney Cox looked like this in Scream 3. And she reshared the meme and she's like, what the fuck?
The best
She's got
part,
a good-
the best
she's got a
part was
good
when
humor about it.
when Scream 5/Scream 2022 was still, nebulously being made and being talked about, was that I think it was Instagram that she was sitting at home by herself watching Scream. She's like drinking wine. She picks up the scissors. She's like, nah. And then Ghostface comes and cuts her bangs. It was amazing. If you can find it, check it out. All right, guys. We hope that you have a safe, happy, and horror movie filmed Christmas. Take care. We will see you very, very soon for our first installment of Scream. Keep it creepy. Bye bye now.
Bye.
Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.